Knicks team that averages 12 per game, number one. And that didn't work out so well for them. He dropped 31. He hit 6 of 12 threes. What does he have in store for tonight's matchup at MSG? We'll discuss.
AD, do not
access on Twitter yesterday. A group of kids are at the YMCA in Harlem, and they got hooked up with City Bike memberships for a year in backpacks with supplies. Bill Orm was in attendance, noted that LeBron James spoke to the kids the importance of bikes, recalling his days riding in the inner city of Akron. How cool is that?
That's crazy.
The reaction that they had when he walked in was my favorite part, by the way. They just didn't know it was going down like that, James.
That's what you call, using your platform for the right purposes.
Yes.
Karan Butler does it on a daily basis. We all try to get back, but the king does it at the highest because he's most notable, and he has a lot to give back. So, he's been where those kids are, and when you've been where someone's sitting, it's a lot easier to give.
Yeah, I think it's important, that he understands the importance of him being there. Him just doing it is one thing, but him actually being there in the physical for the kids to be inspired by seeing him, that goes beyond measures.
Without question. Next on Access, Dwight Howard has confirmed he's returning to the All-Star Dunk Contest, but will he bring back the cape? We'll have more on that and tonight's matchup in Madison Square Garden coming up next. Welcome back to Access. 5 games remaining for the Lakers in January. Tonight, it's on the road in New York in the Garden. Tomorrow, Brooklyn taking on the Nets at 5. Saturday, it's a national game on ABC taking on Philly. And then the 28th, Clippers at home. Big one on TNT. And then January 31st, the Blazers right here on Spectrum Sports.
Time to check in with our Lakers insider, Mike Bresnahan. I knew the studio felt just a little off, Brez. It's good to see you as always. So let's get to your three-point play, 3 things that you were looking forward to in tonight's game. And Brez, I know there wasn't a whole lot of positive to come out of that Boston game the other night, but you always find something. What do you got on JaVale McGee?
There's always something to talk about, even after a rough loss like in Boston. Let's talk about JaVale McGee for a little bit. This guy is blocking almost every shot, or so it seems. He's 3rd in the NBA in block shots in the month of January. He's been on a tear. I mean, he just keeps blocking and blocking. I talked to him earlier today, and he's loving it. He's really enjoying himself. And the cool thing is he's not playing a lot of minutes. He's playing about 19 minutes a game this month. That is not a lot, and still wreaking a ton of havoc on opponents. He has got 6 blocked dunk attempts or something like that. So he is just doing everything you can possibly want for him. And there's the numbers right there. 2 pretty good shot blockers ahead of him, Hassan Whiteside and Brook Lopez. A couple pretty good ones behind him, too. So what a month to remember so far for JaVale McGee. He is loving life, for sure.
No doubt. We're going to dive into more JaVale McGee coming up later in the show. But when you look at the matchup between Lakers and Knicks tonight, no matter what numbers you look at, Brez, bottom line, the Lakers must come and be ready to play.
I'll tell you what, people are saying this is an easy get-well game for the Lakers. I'm not so sure about that. They've won in Madison Square Garden once since 2011. Last year, they lost by a point. 2 years ago, they lost in overtime. A few years ago, it took 22 points from Lou Williams to get an ever-elusive W here at the Garden. The Lakers are a little miffed about what happened in Boston the other night, but they cannot take the Knicks too lightly at all, even though the Knicks are bottom 5 in offensive rating, in defensive rating. They've already had a coaching change so far this season. But right here on this court, they've already beaten a couple pretty good teams, Dallas and Miami, just to name a few. So Lakers, beware. Try to get the win tonight, though.
They don't want to be a part of that list. When it comes to the final point, your big man, your guy, Dwight Howard, he made something official. He's going to be in the dunk contest?
He wouldn't even tell me a few weeks ago when I sat down with him if he's really going to be in the contest. But now, yes, it is official. He announced it here in New York at a NBA store yesterday, and it's going to happen. When he won it back in 08, we're looking at some old vintage Dwight footage. There's the cape that was part of that legendary dunk. And I asked him a few weeks ago, if you are in the dunk contest, would the Cape make a comeback? He said maybe. He didn't rule it out, so that'd be pretty special if indeed it does happen. By the way, some rumors out there might be some pretty good competition in the dunk contest. Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon both potentially mulling a return to the dunk competition. So Dwight definitely has his work cut out for him. He's already rehearsing some dunks, according to a couple people I talked to, so it's going to be fun to watch for sure in a few weeks.
Brez, you are in the mecca of basketball. Did you by chance take your cape with you? Do you have your cape?
Yeah. I'm ready to show you my dunk tape, my mix tape, and whatever you want to see.
Oh,
I'm
your
make it
mix
for you,
tape. I love it. Brez, we'll see you later in the show. Thanks so much.
All right. Sounds good.
The Lakers and Knicks are about 30 minutes away from tip-off in New York. KCP was red hot in the first meeting with the Knicks. 15 points in 18 minutes before he got hit hard by Bobby Portis and had to leave the game. KCP has been letting his game do the talking. And next, Anthony Davis. He struggled in his first game.
Hit the boards pretty hard offensively. It'll be up to, AD, McGee, it'll be up to the bigs to make sure that they're cleaning up. And it'll also be up to the guards to make sure that they're boxing out and making sure that the guards aren't getting back in there, getting loose balls and long rebounds as well.
I'm interested to see how AD comes out in this game because I think he was very quick to admit the other night he knows his teammates rely on his aggressiveness. We know what happened to them when they didn't have that aggression in that game. But he also admitted he was thinking a little bit about the injury. Just so if he does feel good and he's obviously playing, you expect that from the jump to really set the tone for the Lakers squad in general.
And Karan, 14 offensive rebounds for that Boston team. Now you're going up against the Knicks team that won in the league. What's the key? Getting the body on a guy, always locating?
I think a combination of things, bringing that effort and energy. I think that's point of emphasis when you watch the film. Look, we can't allow this. We got to take the game to them and protect the paint, and I think they will do that tonight.
Yeah. All right, Lakers and Knicks will tip it off at 4:30 right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. These two teams met a couple of weeks ago. The Lakers winning 111-87 at Staples Center. We go back to Madison Square Garden. Mike Trudell. Excuse me, Mike Bresnahan. By the way, that was a habit,
you got the first name right.
Brez, I swear I didn't even do that on purpose.
You were looking straight at him.
I know. I'm used to
those guys again.
I'll go get Trudeau. We'll have a little contest. Who's who? Guys usually confuse you and me.
Usually it's me and you. Yeah, that was really weird. And,
give him a high five, Brez.
Allie is baffled right now that I made that mistake.
Give him a high five, Brez.
Hey, usually we do high five before our segments, don't we, Brez?
We do. We're both unique guys, aren't we, Chris? Oh, amazing start here. Amazing
Inside
start.
baseball's great.
Guido, when you came in the office today, did you find James Worthy and give him a big hug, a good hug? Because that was a tough game for him the other night. That was a tough loss to the Celtics, wasn't it?
I think it was tough for all of us, Brez. It was just kind of a beatdown that we weren't really expecting. You know what I mean?
Had a cigar.
You had to take a later flight. You were so depressed. I mean, everyone was upset.
I'll tell you what, I was so upset I had to leave the office and just fly out to New York, meet with the team, make sure everyone's okay. But I'll tell you what, one guy who really took it hard was LeBron James. I thought he was very, not critical, but definitely to the point in some of his comments the other night after that game in Boston. So let's take a listen to what he had to say.
It was just a good old-fashioned butt whooping, that's all. That's all. They beat us on all facets of the game, from the outside, the interior. Points off turnovers and offensive rebounds was the main ingredients to this L.
We didn't rebound. Alternate rebounds killed us. We had some turnovers. They're more physical. They just basically did whatever they wanted the whole night, and we didn't respond. So, we can't, afford to do that, especially on the road. Against a team like this, or against any team. We got to make sure we come out and be the ones that's aggressive. We're hitting guys first. We're rebounding the basketball and running. That's when we're at our best. So we didn't do a good job of keeping Cantor off the glass, and them guys were able to get out in transition a little bit and score too. We just didn't play well on both ends of the floor.
They just gave more effort than we did throughout the entire game, and they set the tone. And we dug a hole for ourselves and couldn't get out of it.
Hey guys, I'll tell you what, you know who got his butt kicked today? Me, here in New York. It was freezing outside in the 30s, going to dip into the 20s tonight. I miss you guys so badly, but I really miss the LA weather worse than that. Anyway, just a reminder that I'm Mike Bresnahan and Mike Trudell. He was on the show earlier.
Man.
So just trying to help you there, Keith.
Brez, listen, you're getting funnier, and it's good to do that in your contract year. I'm proud of you. I gave you a softball. You hit it out of the park. Mike Bresnahan, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I tried.
Mike
I tried.
I'm
going to go get warm.
All right, the two guys. All right, we're getting closer to tip-off.
He's getting funnier. That's what you had to give him.
Hey, he's having a good year. Julius Randle had a double-double at Staples Center a couple weeks ago, but the Lakers made him work for his points, just 5 for 16 shooting. Former Lakers 17 double-doubles on the season. And the last time